Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in my vlog series for summer. Still no name, but I've had a ton of recommendations, so I will be making a decision very soon. Thank you so much for being here. I really and truly appreciate you guys. So today we're gonna be doing a little chit chat about perimenopause. I have a little video diary that I started a while ago of just like symptoms and little things that I've been feeling, and I thought it would be good to discuss that with you guys today, give you a little update. No one's been asking, but I know it's just like, it's a topic that sometimes people tend to shy away from, and I think that we should definitely discuss this, talk about it in the comments, encourage each other so that we can be our very best self. So I've gotten some things off of WebMD. We're gonna chit chat about that. We're gonna go through them together, and then at the end, I'll tell you kind of some ways that I have been combating some symptoms, and we'll talk about it. So if that sounds good to you, as always, grab your coffee, get your snack, and let's get into it. Okay, so let's just start at the very top. So what the heck is perimenopause? Perimenopause, or the menopause transition, begins several years before menopause. So it's the time when the ovaries gradually begin to make less estrogen. It usually starts in women, around age 40, but it can start as early as the late 30s. So perimenopause lasts up until menopause, and then that's the point when the ovaries stop releasing eggs. In the last 1 to 2 years of perimenopause, this drop in estrogen starts to speed up. Okay, so drop in estrogen is huge, and we're gonna get into that in a little bit. So that's basically, in a nutshell, the definition of perimenopause. All right, so next we are gonna find out how long perimenopause is supposed to last. So according to WebMD, the average length of perimenopause is roughly 4 years. I don't know about that. But for some women, this stage may last only a few months or continue for 10 years. Okay, so yeah, I do agree with that. And I'm hoping I'm one where it's only like a few months, but knowing my luck, that's probably not the case. So perimenopause ends when women have gone 12 months without having their period. Now, this is just kind of a made up number according to most gynecologists. They're going to tell you that that's just basically when you can say if you haven't had a period in 12 months, you are probably not going to have one. Now, there are exceptions to that rule, but around 12 months or so. So what are the signs and symptoms of perimenopause? The first one says breast tenderness. I mean, this just can happen also too with your regular monthly cycle. So I think that's not like a clear indication that you're going through perimenopause, but if you are of a certain age, late 30s, early 40s, that could be an indication of that. Worsening premenstrual syndrome. So if you've had terrible PMS type of symptoms in the past, you're probably going to see that maybe escalate a little bit, maybe because everybody's different. Our bodies are all different. Fatigue, which you also see that as you're going through your normal, monthly cycles as well. And then irregular periods. This one is definitely true. Myself, this has definitely been the case recently where you think you're going to get it, it doesn't come, and then it kind of just like cycles back through again. Vicious cycle. There's mood swings, which definitely can be the case also as you're going through your monthly cycle. But I think for myself, I think I've noticed it maybe just like a tinge more with perimenopause. I mean, I noticed that like some days I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be feeling really, really great. And then the next day I wake up in the morning and I'm not feeling so great. So I think that has to do with the estrogen and how that dips. And then the next one is trouble sleeping, which is so true for myself right now. I've been having like bouts of insomnia where I will just be so exhausted. I'll lay down, but I can't close my eyes and fall asleep. My mind will be going like a million miles a minute, and it's really, really frustrating. So those are just the basic symptoms from WebMD, but there's so many more that I've been experiencing. So, okay, so now let's talk about 7 surprising symptoms of perimenopause. Surprising, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I've kind of checked this list and I have a lot of these. So let me know in the comments below if you're having these surprising symptoms. So this came from Women's Health Network. I will definitely try to link this website below. Okay, so the very first one says ringing in your ears. It says you may experience ringing in your ears. I'm definitely not experiencing any of this right now. It says it could be like a pulsating rhythm. So if you're hearing like a humming or a buzzing or a pulsating rhythm in your ears, this could be related to perimenopause. So I'm currently not experiencing that, but if you are, this is definitely part of that surprising symptoms. And then number 2 is heart palpitations. Yes, yes, and more yes to this. I definitely have been noticing so many heart palpitations. A lot of times they happen at night. So I wasn't really sure if that was related to the fact that I do struggle with anxiety, and I've kind of had heart palpitations throughout my entire life because of my anxiety, but I do feel like the changes in my hormones and all of those things are definitely increasing a lot. So that's just part of my daily life now, sadly. As I'm drinking coffee, probably aggravates it, right? I know better than that. So then the next one says tingling in the extremities. Definitely I have noticed this. I'm noticing it like, sometimes I'll get like a weird kind of like tingly feeling in my legs or my hands or my arms. And, once you couple that with feelings of heart palpitations, you kind of worry that something's wrong. But knowledge is power, and the more I read, the more I'm aware of these signs and symptoms. So I'm not overly concerned with it. Clumsiness and bruising easily. So yes, I definitely noticed the bruising easily. Clumsiness, yeah, here and there, clumsiness, but definitely bruising. Like I'll look at my arms and I'll just have like, little random bruises that I can't explain where they came from. Didn't run into anything, and then just there they are. So the next one says dry mouth and dry eyes. And I have definitely noticed dry eyes. My contacts will start to really, really bother me, even if they're fresh contacts, and I'll have to like take them out. And I actually got these drops, this lubricating contact solution that I put in there to even be able to wear my contacts. To be quite honest, my hair, my skin, my nails, like everything feels more brittle and dry. So that's just not a very fun symptom. Okay, so then the next one says gum and teeth issues. So issues with your gums and teeth can really start to take off as menopause approaches. I can't necessarily say that I've noticed this one yet, but if you have, let me know in the comments. And then let's see, that's basically it on there. I would say, and then the rest of this article just kind of goes more in depth, and we don't have time to go through all that today. But basically, I would say that I've experienced a lot of these considered strange symptoms. And I don't really feel like they're strange, because in talking to other women, I feel like they have experienced a lot of that stuff too. So I think it's important to chat about these things. Don't feel like they're necessarily strange. I feel like we should definitely normalize these things and know about these things and really educate ourselves so that we're prepared for it and it doesn't feel like there's something medically wrong with us. It's just a normal and natural part of being a woman, and it's just, it's the way it is. And I think the thing that I'm struggling with the most right now is, the dry skin, dry hair, dry eyes, definitely bothering me, the heart palpitations, and the trouble sleeping. Don't mind me while I drink a little bit more coffee. Things that do help me though with, my anxiety or things like that is regular exercise. This is what I do for my job. So it's really not that hard for me to get regular exercise. But, I do have days where I'm not feeling the greatest, especially if I haven't slept very well the night before. So I am very mindful of that. And I try to be very, very good about choosing exercises that are maybe low impact or, more stretching or yoga or Pilates based types of things where it's kind of a roller coaster, and that's how I'm expecting it to be. So I'm not putting too much pressure on myself to, I'm just allowing myself to be day by day. And if one day is not a great day, then the next day will be a good day. And I'm just trying to educate myself. I'm listening to a lot of podcasts. I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos. I'm talking to a lot of friends. I follow a very wonderful woman on Instagram. I'm going to link her below. She is fabulous. Her name is Dinah, and she talks all about menopause. And what's so great about Dinah is that she shares so many things. She's very open on her page, and she's just got some really fantastic tips and tricks and movement. She calls them movement snacks, like little bite-sized things that you can do every day to really help yourself feel good. So I'm going to say bye for now. I hope that you guys got some value. That's the whole point of this little summer vlog series, is to provide you guys, I can't even talk, provide you guys with as much value as possible. It's been really fun sitting down with you guys regularly and just having some coffee, discussing things on the internet, doing some workouts. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing. I love you so very much, and I'll see you in my next video.